The one law that will save or ruin your life. There is a sound that precedes disaster. It is not the rumble of a collapse, not the wail of a siren. It's a quiet, almost musical tinkling, the sound of a cracked pane of glass. Just once. Imagine a huge, beautiful building, a palace, a skyscraper office, your own life. And now, in one of its countless windows, a crack appears. A small stone of negligence, accident, a bad day, leaves its mark. And now, that window is not whole. It is broken. What happens at that moment? The world splits into two camps. The first walk by, thinking a trifle, just one window. The second, far fewer, freeze with a chill inside, because they intuitively sense the law that will turn everything upside down. The broken windows theory. And today, we won't talk about criminology. We will talk about how this quiet tinkle becomes a funeral bell for your plans, your business, and your peace of mind. We will trace how one crack in discipline, one minor rule violation, one unfulfilled trivial promise triggers a chain reaction that eventually blows away the walls of your personal palace. Let's go back to the beginning, to the world where all windows are intact, to the world of your new diet, your freshly launched startup, your decision to finally get your finances in order. This is the world of perfect intentions. You are full of strength. You made a plan. You know the rules of the game you set for yourself. No eating after 6, a cold shower every morning, checking every expense item, replying to emails within an hour. These rules are your intact windows. They create a sense of order, control, beauty. You are proud of this view. And then the first stone comes. It's not a catastrophe, it's a trifle. You skip the cold shower once because you overslept. You don't record a small expense of 100 rubles because it's obvious anyway. You are 10 minutes late for a meeting with yourself. And nothing terrible happens. Absolutely. The sun is shining, the building stands. Your inner voice, that very guardian of order, quietly says for the first time, "Okay, stop, that's a rule violation." And you answer it, "Come on, just once, it's nothing." And you do something very dangerous. You do not replace the broken pane. You leave it as is. It happens. And in that moment, you move from the first camp to the second. You have just legitimized chaos. You have set a new, lower threshold of what is acceptable. Now the physics of social decay kicks in. A broken window is not just damage, it's a signal. A powerful, screaming signal to the whole world, and more importantly, to your subconscious. A signal that no one cares here, that it doesn't matter, that order has already been broken and can be broken further. And the epidemic begins. If a building has one broken window and it's not repaired, a second one soon appears. Then the first graffiti appears on the wall. Then trash that was previously carried to the bin is now thrown right there, at the foot of the building. Then a piece of plaster falls off. Each new violation seems a logical continuation of the previous one. It's no longer a shock, it's the norm. Transfer this to your life. Didn't record one expense? Easier not to record 10. Broke down and had fast food once? Why not do it again tomorrow? Missed one workout? Hey, what's the point of this membership anyway? In business, once turned a blind eye to a minor defect in reporting. Why not embellish the numbers for the investor? Once yelled at an employee in stress. Why not make it a management style? Chaos does not arrive in one truck that sweeps everything away. It creeps in with tiny steps, each of which is given a plausible excuse. It's an exception, not the time for this now. Everyone does it. You don't notice how your impeccable palace turns into an abandoned house with smashed windows, scribbled walls, and a sense of hopelessness. And the worst part? You start getting used to this view. It becomes your new normal. You no longer remember how the intact windows shone. But there is also a reverse process, the very one that turns the theory from a diagnosis into a cure. It begins with a painfully simple but incredibly difficult action. It can be called zero tolerance for clutter. The hero of our journey, who allowed broken windows in his life, stands amidst the ruins of his habits. He sees dozens of cracks, and the first impulse is horror and the desire to give up. I've already messed everything up. Why change anything? That's a trap. The way out is not to replace all the pains in one day. That's impossible. The way out is to start with the simplest, most obvious, smallest window and repair it immediately. Right now. Not on Monday, not on New Year's, now. Make the bed you haven't made for a week. Tidy up one shelf. Reply to one old, uncomfortable email. Enter one old expense into the spreadsheet. This action is not about global success. It's about restoring a signal to yourself and the world. Someone cares here again. It matters here. Order starts with me, and it starts now. And here the magic happens, the reverse of the epidemic of negligence. You fixed one window. Your brain, seeing this island of order, begins to unconsciously strive for symmetry. You want to fix the neighboring one. You tidied up one shelf, your hand reaches for another. You kept one small promise to yourself, energy appears to make and keep a second one. This is the principle of winning leads to winning. Every repaired window becomes a brick in the wall of your new will. You gradually raise the bar of what is acceptable. It happens back to "this shouldn't be." And you begin to see cracks not as the norm, but as an anomaly that needs to be urgently corrected. The broken windows theory is not about police and graffiti. It is a fundamental law of mental and social ecology. Order and chaos are not states, they are processes. Chaos is the process of entropy, decay, which starts by itself if not stopped. Order is the process of constant, almost imperceptible repair. Your strength is not in building an impregnable fortress without flaws. Those don't exist. Stones will always fly. Stress, fatigue, temptations, external circumstances. Your strength is in the speed and totality of your reaction to the first, the tiniest crack. You don't need titanic willpower to change everything. You need the vigilance of a humble glazier and the discipline of a street sweeper who goes out to sweep the street every morning, regardless of whether it's clean or not. Look for these broken windows in your life, in your work, in your surroundings. Maybe it's an unfulfilled promise to a client, accumulated unread emails, clutter on your desk, chronic lateness of 5 minutes. Find one, the simplest one, and patch it up. Today, right now, because the fate of your entire palace may depend on that tinkle. Don't let chaos make the first move. Your move.